Sagging is disgusting. This is something that's been going on for a while. This whole trend of men, and even I've seen a few women, but men especially sagging their pants. And I'm gonna be honest, y'all, off all the fashion trends I've ever came out, this has to be by far one of the most nastiest and worst trends that ever come out. Understand this, is that it's one thing when you're a little teenager and you're a kid, you just doing these silly things to follow the crowd, or you just doing these little silly things because you a kid, you young, you like 12 and 11, you 13, 14. It's one thing, right? But some of y'all are full grown adults and still doing this. I've seen men in their 30s, 40s, 50s, I believe even 60s, who still do this stuff. And my thing is, y'all are grown men. Y'all are grown adults. Some of y'all could be grandfathers. Some of y'all are dads and y'all are still following this trend. This trend is nasty and disgusting, y'all. It is disgusting. Who really wants to go around and see someone's underwear and someone's pants below their butt? Who really wants to see that when they go in public? That is nasty and it's a lack of hygiene. Some of these trends need to just die, to be honest. And this is one of the main reasons why God is not pleased with this world. Because look at the stuff that people follow. Look at the stuff that people put their faith and stock in. You tell some people about God, you tell some people about Jesus, they want to fight you and debate you. They want to look at some of us Christians like we crazy. But yet, they have no problem following these trends. Being a grown man, with your pants below your butt, with your underwear and everything's hanging out. And then some of y'all got the nerve to try and laugh at us Christians. No, the trend that you follow is crazy. Because who in their right mind gonna go outside as that? As a grown adult, as a grown man, for the whole world to see your underwear? What purpose does that serve? Where is that gonna get you in life? It is nasty and disgusting. I've seen men of all different demographics, races, nationalities do these things. And it is detestable. It is sickening. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it don't look right. Some of y'all women who be dating some of these men who do this type of stuff, y'all need to kind of get your heads checked. Because y'all already dating men, y'all already married men who walk around like that. Men who walk around with their pants sagging in front of other men, I don't know, there's just a certain word I could use for that. They just don't look right for a so-called straight man to be walking around with his pants below his butt as a grown adult. As a grown man in his 30s, 40s, and 50s, still walk around like that. Especially when he's hanging with other guys. Some of y'all be wondering why HIV and AIDS be so high in so many different communities around the world. Y'all kind of need to pay attention to some of these men that some of you women be trying to date and marry. Because some of them, they might have their foot on both sides. That's all I'm going to say. Because it just don't look right for a straight man to just have his pants below his butt. And especially when he's around his friends. It does not look right. It looks wrong in so many ways. It does not look right. Yeah, y'all gotta be careful with some of the stuff y'all follow. Because y'all just gonna put unnecessary labels on yourself. Because that's some of y'all be wondering why some of these won't be looking at y'all funny. And then some of y'all be talking about, men going their own way on all this. Listen, all this stuff just ties into Satan's agenda to feminize men. To try to get men to play for the rainbow community. This is all what it ties into. Because there's nothing useful and practical about sagging your pants. There's nothing fashionable about it. It looks nasty, it looks dirty. Especially if you don't do laundry. And you walk around with dirty underwear. That stuff is disgusting. Who wants to see that? And it looks very perverted. Imagine y'all got kids around. Imagine you got kids, you out in public, you at a park, you enjoying your time out with family, you going to a nice dinner, you going for a nice walk in the park, it's just you and your spouse. And yet you see some person with their pants below their butt. Especially if you got kids around, that's not gonna look right. You don't want your kids seeing all that stuff. That stuff is disgusting. That stuff looks like that's perverted activity. You being a grown man with your pants just walk around, and y'all be doing it intentional too. Some of y'all even be doing like some of y'all be trying to do this stuff even with a belt as a grown man. Y'all, it's one thing to do silly stuff. 'Cause we did silly things when we were kids as teenagers, but grown men. Especially when you hit your 30s, your 20s is a little bit of a learning phase for some men. But especially when you hit your 30s and 40s and 50s, you still doing this? No, it don't look right. It does not look right. Y'all gotta stop with that trend. It's not gonna look right. Then some of y'all be complaining why some of y'all be attracting toxic women. Talk about all women are bad, all women are not good. Oh, this woman is so and so. She bad. She horrible. But it's not the fact that the woman is bad. It's just look who you are attracting. Cause let's be honest, not no real godly woman gonna go for that. No real godly woman gonna go for a man who walk around with his butt out. They not gonna go for that because it does not look right. No godly woman is gonna put up with that because it looks disgusting. It was detestable as a man for you to walk around like that. Then some of y'all be wondering why some of y'all be attracting all these women who are Jezebels and Delilahs. Look how y'all carry yourselves. Y'all don't carry yourselves like men. Y'all carry yourselves like you at the bottom of the barrel. Because which self-respecting man gonna be walk around like that? Gonna walk around with his whole underwear for the whole world to see. Gonna walk around with his pants falling down on purpose. Yo, one thing you gotta understand, y'all, is that regardless of what people tell you, presentation matters. I don't care what nobody say. People be like, oh, I don't care what people say and all this. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because if you didn't care what people say, when you go on that job interview, go with your pants sagging. When you go on that job interview, y'all, a lot of y'all be growing with your best clothes on. Your best, some of you women be having your best perfume. Some of you men be putting your cologne on, be getting your haircut and all that. So don't say that presentation don't matter, because you know that there's certain things in life that you gotta do where you gotta have a certain type of look. We gotta have a certain type of presentation. If you're presenting a speech, you can't go with your shirt off, with your pants sagging at a local college. If you're elected to give a speech, you already know you gotta go dressed up, probably in a suit or a nice tie or a nice cargo pants or dress pants. You know, or a belt. You know, you gotta look presentable. So I don't want to hear this. Your presentation matters. And some of y'all be wondering why y'all be drawing toxic people your way. Or some of y'all be drawing some of these toxic women your way. And some of y'all have the nerve to talk about you're going your own way. Going where? Because the way y'all present to yourselves don't even look right. The way y'all present to yourselves, it looks wrong. Grown men walk around here with their pants below their butt. That thing was disgusting. Yo, there's a certain word that, you know, us people who are from the Caribbean, those people who grew up in Caribbean household, there's a word that we have for that. It begins with a B. It don't look right. Okay, this is disgusting. Then some of y'all be wondering why people be looking at you strange, why people be looking at you all crazy. Me, I'm not about to walk around my pants sagging. Yeah, that don't look right as a heterosexual man. Walk around with your pants below your butt, especially when you hang around other men, when you hang around your friends. That don't look right. That looks wrong. There's certain things that people in the public do not need to see. There's certain fashion trends that the world does not need to aspire to be like. This sagging stuff should have died off when it first started. Now, this thing started in the 90s? This was before I was even born. This thing started in the 90s? Now look, we in what, the 2020s? The middle of the 2020s, and you still got a lot of people who still do this stuff? A lot of y'all be following these entertainers and these musicians and these celebrities by doing it. Some of y'all be walking around listening to rap music looking mean. Some of y'all be listening to some of these songs nowadays looking mean, angry. Walk around, you some tough guy. You're not no tough guy. Walk around like that does not make you tough. You want to be tough, you want to be a gangster, go follow Jesus Christ. You want to be tough, you want to be a gangster, go accomplish your goals. Go do something in life. Go be great. Because a lot of y'all, God gave a lot of y'all great talents, but you got to use it. Because the thing is, God could give you a gift, but it's up to you whether you use it or not. Some of y'all be wasting your talent. That's why God said that if you love the world, you're enemies with him. James 4:4. Because look what the world be doing. The world be following things that just don't make sense. Which person in their right mind with common sense as a grown adult gonna be walking around with their pants below their butt in front of the whole world, in front of public? If you choose to do that in your house, that's one thing. But in public where people could see you and you walk around, you got your pants sagging, you got your whole underwear out, and you know there's kids and elderly people and all that around, and you have no care in the world, that is sickening. That is sickening. A lot of y'all need to get closer to God and stop following these worldly standards. Because some of y'all be trying to keep up with these musicians and all the music and all this. Y'all got to turn back to the commandments of the Most High God. Y'all got to turn back to God's word. Because in the end, that's the only thing that matters. Because this whole world, when you die on, after a while, they'll forget about you. The only thing that lasts forever is eternity. The only thing that lasts forever is your relationship with God. And when you pass away, there's only two places you're going to go. Either you're going to go to heaven or hell, which will be cast into a lake of fire in judgment day. Understand this, y'all. Don't be trying to keep up with the world with all these silly trends, because the world going to lead a lot of y'all to hell. Follow the Lord Jesus Christ. Stop trying to keep up with this stuff. This stuff going to send many people to a lake of fire. People trying to keep up with all these music artists and try to copy and emulate the lifestyle they do. What? The lifestyle they do is full of sin. They promote murder and getting drunk and going to a club and sleep around and all that. The lifestyle they promote is murder. Look at these trends they promote. People walk around with their pants sagging. What? Listen, y'all, these are the last days before Christ returns. Please just stay close to the Most High God. And don't fall victim of this plan, because soon this world is going to be burned and destroyed by Most High God. Because the Lord Jesus Christ is going to come and He's going to destroy this earth. He's going to bring a new earth and a new heaven. Stay blessed and stay up, y'all. And be careful with some of the stuff that y'all follow.